I mean, he is good. He's good on it, old Rio. So, as you say, even though it might not necessarily be the best pick here in terms of the heroes, but definitely in terms of the team, it's definitely something you've always got to be worried about if you're going against Immortals.
And it's definitely one of those heroes that can completely mess up your own plan.
It's just an annoying hero. No one likes to play against a Tinker.
5 seconds remaining.
Empire, what do they want for that middle lane?
It's going to be mid, right? Yeah, it's FN's hero.
He's having a very active part in this.
What do you say, Owen? Can you translate what he said there?
I mean, I can, but I don't want to give away their secret strats.
He's being very vocal right now. FN. More than likely his hero.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I don't know. Can you not just go mid with the PL again?
Go out with a bang, man. Get some Invoker. Let's go. FN.
Oh, the FN info.
Give me some FN Invoker. He's got Sunstrike setups, right?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
I guess
but you're life, dude. It's so hard.
I guess the root is pretty nasty. And I'm thinking, can you do something like the Storm Spirit? I mean, there's not a lot of lockdown apart from that root. But then I guess at the same time, the Lifestealer's, you're not going to really hurt the Lifestealer. You get the Orchid. I don't know. Someone with that sort of mobility might be hard to punish.
Well, they got 10 seconds left. They better choose fast. It's an Enigma.
What?
I mean, if you're gonna go out with a bang, Enigma definitely...
I mean, so I will imagine that it is going to be tiny mid and Enigma is going to go to the side lane. Or are we in some bizarre world where we're going to see an FN mid Enigma? I'm sure that's not going to happen.
Can it not be Razor mid and
sure, yeah. I mean, yeah. So Razor tiny, mid safe. And Enigma.
But I would still put it...
I don't know, what are you thinking here, folks?
Tiny mid, right? Because Razor you want to be versus the Underlord.
Okay. That's what,
In theory.
Yeah. So why the Enigma? I mean, I guess another bit of disable through the Rage of the Lifestealer.
They just wanted to play Enigma, right?
I mean, it's came out of nowhere, this one.
Like, just overall, like, in terms of being able to interrupt the Enigma, though, they got Witch Doctor who's always going to be outside.
So Witch Doctor...
Yeah, but sure, but there's nothing through what the BKB. You get the BKB
can
this game,
punch if you're it's very
if you get Blink and Tusk.
It's like Witch Doctor Tusken if they build something like a Dominator on Underlord. Underlord is...
I mean, and again, if the Enigma places the black hole on top of himself, you can't punch him.
I think Underlord Dominator, though, is definitely a thing in this game. You get the
Troll Creep, absolutely.
And you can always net that Enigma.
Absolutely.
I think that's a really big option. I know that Velo really likes building Dominator.
You can always relocate people out of the black hole, though. You can just use your Uber to get out.
Yeah, absolutely. You can riff them out the hole. I don't know. What Immortals going to close with? They know what's going on now from Empire. They still need, as we said, Rio's hero mid.
Some Dusa, some Gyrocopter, something like that.
Actually, wait. So did we decide that he couldn't go for the Storm himself, Susie?
I think Dusa or Gyro. I think I just heard them say Gyro too.
Okay,
yeah, it's a Gyro.
Okay. Let's have a look. So
FN Razor, Nyx Tiny, so they outprint the Razor mid.
Okay.
Oh my.
So talk to me. Is this gonna be Empire being able to force out game 3? Is this easier?
I mean, I want to see what they could do with the Ghost Stick Enigma. I'm excited to see that. But I mean, overall, just going from the way that these two teams are playing today, I think I do have to go with Immortals. It just looked a little bit too much all over the place from Empire, and I don't know if they're going to be able to clean it up enough to take game 2.
And Owen? Sorry, Enfogged?
Yeah, they can build the Dominator and stuff on this Underlord. I think Immortals has a good shot. I mean, I hope Empire can actually play a bit better, though. I hope they can,
they can
execute this better. But they looked all over the place, to be completely frank.
Let's see if they can clean up their act a little bit more here for this second game, and see if Empire can indeed force out that third game to keep themselves in the competition. It is over to a commentary team of Capitalist and Blitz for game 2.
Well, this is certainly a different take when it comes to drafts. We have Lifestealer, Gyrocopter for Immortals, and Empire, Tiny, Razor, Enigma. No slow heroes, no Void, no OD. These are all battlers.
Yeah. They're gonna just run at each other non-stop. I hope. That is my hope. When I think the thing is, they said that it was QO. That was like, I don't know how to describe it. They said he was like the king of just shutting off his brain and running at people.
Yeah.
And I think when they lost QO, they lost a little bit of that, like...
That little bit of magic.
Yeah. They said it in a more Korean and more like... It sounds like a lot of things that you'll say in Korean sound a lot more malicious.
Yeah.
Like if I were to translate it directly, then it would sound a lot harsher than it actually is.
Everything that you've told me about your interactions with the other Immortal guys and such, it always sounds like they're being really rude.
Yeah, it's... I wish I
that's
could
just
tell
the culture,
people.
right?
It's just the culture. It's just like culturally how things are.
But Poshka gonna be caught out by this smoke gank here. Febby, well, nah.
Yay. That was not the ice shards that they needed, but they're just going to immediately back out. That is fine. An expedition is what we'll call it.
An unsuccessful one.
Not all expeditions have the, the same purpose. Some of them are just travel around the world.
They're just drawing maps.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't expect to run into, they're not trying to hunt for pelts or anything like that. This is purely exploratory.
Yeah.
Immortals on a pacifist mission here to claim game number 2. We actually didn't talk about the draft at all. Do you feel like one side or the other has the advantage?
The gyro pick's cool, but I think that this Underlord's just going to rush
The battle begins.
Helm of Dom, grab a troll creep, and try to keep the Enigma out.
Yeah.
That's his play.
All right, well, for Immortals' sake, we'll see whether or not he's successful.
They need to give
Empire
him a good
meanwhile.
matchup. They should make sure that he has like the best matchup. They're trying to get him away from the Razor. That's why, on the realness, that's why they went for the smoke there, so they could spot where the Razor's going.
Okay.
And once you know where the Razor's going, you just make sure that you dodge. You can tell they put a high premium on making sure that Velo has a better game.
Yeah.
Because yesterday they sacked him like crazy, and that was not the play. Velo's a good player, but
Yeah.
you need to let him to actually play Dota.
That was his Beastmaster game, right?
Yeah, like
That was so weird.
What was he supposed to do in that situation?
They're like, Velo, you're going to play Beastmaster. He's like, all right, time to get some farm. Velo, you're going to have to babysit everyone and get no farm. What?
But your roar is also the most important skill in the game, and if you die once, we lose. Okay.
Well, he certainly had a better game 1, that's for sure.
Oh, he was sick in game 1. He's farmed. Bella's a farmer, man. But they've got pretty greedy cores like MP, Ryoya, and Velo. Like, that's a lot of space that you need. But I think this is the meta for it. Like, as VP and EG are proving, like this meta and Liquid, all three can work. You just have to be extremely good at finding that balance.
And we saw like Ryoya was willing to kind of tank some of the bad game in game 1. Right, he was playing a quad, didn't really have the greatest lane, rotated when he needed to.
Indeed he did.
So he's gonna have to do something similar here, right, with the gyrocopter. Get whatever farm he can out of this mid lane and then just turn into a bruiser. Just go around fighting, enabling his allies.
On the flip side of things, I think I was a little harsh on Nyx. Maybe I wasn't. I'm not.
I was about to say, were you?
I don't think I was, but I think people are going to be because of his OD. But I think those are one of those games too that like snowball, because there's a lot of pressure on you to do a lot in that game. Like, just to give people like insider knowledge of how a lot of the teams work. A lot of people play worse when the game is dependent entirely on them. Like, you have to have a perfect game on that OD to win it. Is Ryoya going to get gone on mid here? He's getting quite low. One more hit.
They're just going to try and chase him down underneath this tower. Avalanche will take him out. Nyx will be able to get your first blood. Well, there's certainly less pressure on him this time around, right?
That's my favorite sound asset in Dota, by the way.
Bonk.
Bonk.
Ghostic in trouble, has the Maledict on him, but was able to dodge a lot of damage by going into the trees, so the Maledict no longer that big of a threat. And in fact, maybe it's Witch Doctor be in trouble here. Maploshka trying to threaten him.
Ryoya getting gone on again?
Yeah, he's going to be jumped. Nyx already has the tree out. They do have a toss this time around. Snowball, pick up, and save. Prevents a lot of that damage. Stunts up Nyx as well. And he'll be able to walk away from this one. So Febby making the read. Okay, they ganked him once. I need to chill out in this mid lane and make sure that he doesn't die anymore. After all, the Gyrocopter's farm is all important in that laning phase.
Yeah. He has not had a good lane so far. And meanwhile, up the top, you notice that Ghostic is actively denying his Eidolons. I love it when players do this.
Yeah.
I hate it when people play heroes like Enigma and they just, well, I guess all 6 of my Eidolons are dead. They're yours. Take them.
Especially Eidolons. They're actually worth so much gold and are so fragile.
Yeah, Treants, whatever.
Yeah.
Even the Spiderlings, I'm kind of okay with. but not the Eidolons.
Bello
But the Eidolons.
playing an Underlord versus a Razor. This is never going to be fun for you. He's stuck inside the trees. He is definitely dead. Didn't really need much of a static link at all. Just the passive and no creeps at FN to be able to chase him down.
One of the worst matchups. This is why we see Razor valued so highly.
Ooh, nice Ice Shard block here. They're still going to go for Nyx. Picks up Gyrocopter in that snowball. Another round of Rocket Barrage. Doesn't have the mana for it. Now gets a little bit more, but the toss back from Nyx actually creates a lot of space for him. Be able to get back. Well played. Oh, Dubu almost died there. Miposhka really gunning for it. Is going to be slowed down underneath this tower. May end up dying. It's an early level Maledict. I'm sure it won't be able to do that much damage. He's okay.
Dubu was trying to show at the same time to maybe bait him in. He's like, look how low I am. You can get this kill, friend.
You can stop the TP if you want.
Trap card. Body room picked up by Yoku. Have I ever told you my idea of like Dota? Is if you want to speed up the pace of the game, make it so that if at any point all 4 bounty runes are taken, the game just ends.
You did tell me that.
Yeah.
You called it the Exodia of Dota 2.
Yeah, I didn't want to call it the Exodia because I don't want people to know that I'm like Seeker Weeb. But straight up the game just like crashes. You lose. People would fight over those things at all times.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't you start like building entire lineups around that concept?
Exactly. It'd be a game mode, not like actual Dota. But at bottom, Dubu or Velo.
Sleep with a static link, and they have a stun available to them. Velo in big time trouble. At the same time, they are going for the mid lane. So while Velo is going to die, if they can actually get the kill on Nyx, it would be worthwhile trade off, and they do indeed get that. So Immortals. Oh, Roya! Oh,
barely catches him.
FN.
Razor even cackles.
Ah!
That's a nice rotation. They want to go for mid too, but Miposhka is going to get spotted by this ward. The rocket and the shards barely doesn't connect. That feels like that's happening a little bit too often.
At least he's got the snowball. Nightmare, not going to be able to deny himself, but will stall his own death. The Bellows here. Bellow. All right, cool. There's an Underlord here.
4-on-4 mid. Why not?
Yeah.
MP doing that annoying thing where nobody gets the CS or the deny. That's a classic, yeah.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
What's that player everybody references in the mid lane? Like pseudo last hitting?
Radiant's
It's like
structures are fortified.
I can't remember the joke.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
There used to
attack.
be this guy on like the Play Dota forum that people get in arguments about and his like 1v1 skills or something. I can't remember the guy's name though. Oh, mid lane.
Nyx caught this time by the Ice Shards and a homing missile. They have so many stuns and so much catch that it's just impossible for Nyx to play out this mid lane any further if the 2 supports are off map.
The downside though is that Velo for the most part is exposed at bottom and they are giving free farm to the other 2 cores. Plus the Tiny isn't even that slowed down at all. He's still second in net worth. So even though these trades seem very favorable, they've got 3 out of the 4 cores at the top of these charts. And even the Sand King is doing better than the Gyro.
Yoku, Road Strike,
Dire's
is
middle
ready to
tower
go. They want to go for Bello, but the 2 supports are actually going for a gank on FN. He didn't expect that one, and then he's thinking keep him inside of the Firestorm. That is so much damage, and sure enough, with the Pit of Malice as well as the Snowball, Maledict will be able to finish him off. That's why FN turns and deals as much damage, making sure they at least kill the Witch Doctor. Yoku, inside the Sandstorm, is not going to threaten one bit.
Really nice rotation. Maledict plus Firestorm does a boatload. And it just wasn't something they expected because they've been playing so much in this mid lane area. They expected them to make the natural rotation back up to MP, who has been exposed for quite some time. I'd imagine this Enigma, though, is going to be pinging. Like, I have Black Hole. They haven't really protected this Lifestealer. They should try to make some sort of play up on top of this guy at some point. But that becomes less likely since they TP'd the Razor just immediately down bottom once again.
Roya trying to complete his phase boots and stack right now thanks to the double damage. Up. There's the 2 supports showing up in mid once again. They've had a lot of adventures so far, but it seems like they are finally going to part ways. It's Febby and Roya who are going to make the rotation up to the top lane.
They're going to show the Witch Doctor mid to try to represent that they're not going for this kill, which should make this kill pretty successful here, as Ghostic is on the low ground.
Finally, the smoke pops. Ghostic doesn't know what to do here. Tries to make for the high ground. Quite the ice shards that Febby thought, but
He trapped him right under those stairs.
that's true. Pinned him against the tree. It's a good thing Febby is playing Tusk again. Oh, they caught the Witch Doctor. So if they want to show a Witch Doctor, go for it. Take the kill at least.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Why'd you say that it was good that Febby was playing Witch Doctor?
Because he needs the practice. Immortals are thinking long term, you know, for TI.
The ultra long term.
Yeah, they don't care about this tournament.
Oh no. They canceled the TP.
Radiant's
They
middle
canceled
tower
both the
has
TPs.
fallen.
Once the first TP got canceled, then Razor's like, well,
That had to have been a misclick,
yeah,
right?
I'm not going for this.
The Enigma one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back and watch that, but Ghostic
Oh dear.
probably wanted to defend that. And if the Razor comes too, they maybe set up for a play on that. Like that's the only reason Yoku's gotta be up here.
Yeah.
That is rough. You're gonna waste the time of your Sand King now. But maybe they get a play on Novello. Maposhka's gonna run into him, catch him on the low ground here.
Dark Rip.
Instantly ult.
Bellow. He knows how dangerous the Nightmare Static Link combination is. I think you could at least bait out the Static Link, right? You're not gonna die that fast.
Take no risks.
Okay.
Take no risks.
Well, Empire, they're slow to it, but they are gonna try and do what Immortals were doing earlier, which is pressure that safe lane tower.
Radiant's
Bello is
bottom
actually gonna
tower
come up
is
to
under
top
attack.
lane.
It does let Yoku just farm, and he's really farmed right now. He has almost identical net worth to Ryoya. Like that's where a large part of this difference lies in, is that this 4-position support pretty much has the farm as a core.
That's pretty crazy.
Radiant's
They're gonna have
bottom
Tiny
tower has
and
fallen.
Sand King Blink Daggers
Dire's
ready to
middle
go, and they
tower
could play
is under
ultra
attack.
fast. They just run around, get kills a bunch.
This Lifestealer has not had a good of a time just because, I mean, they've been focusing so much.
I guess who needs counter vision if you just
Pop
have
out.
a bunch of AoE? Yeah, do the damage. You know you have Maledict on him.
Yeah, just pop out.
Yeah, kill him. Slay the beast.
That is a worth kill, by the way,
Dire's
because he has
top
so
tower
much
is under attack.
net worth
Yeah.
on him.
Did he get his Blink Dagger, by the way? He did. He bought out.
Okay.
Radiant's middle
So,
tower is under
Casual
attack.
11-minute blink trinkles
Crazy.
on a 4-position Sand King.
So Empire are looking a lot better than they did in Game 1. They're being
Radiant's
aggressive.
bottom tower is under attack.
It helps that all 3 of their
Radiant
cores
structures are
or just their heroes are hard to kill.
Yeah.
And the Tiny just continues to farm. Nyx is having a much better game. Even though he did die early on, doesn't feel like it really matters too much.
It's a reason why Immortals kept their supports together, right? They need 3 heroes to be able to kill a Tiny or a Razor.
Radiant's bottom
Going for a
tower
kill here. This is a little bit late on the TP, but they are trying to sandwich, and they are going to be able to sandwich pretty successfully here. Managed to catch FN. Great ice shards there from Febby. This time around, FN is going to be locked in. Support and a core. They lost a tier 2 in the meanwhile, so I don't think Empire's going to be too sad about it. Feels like one of those trade-offs that both teams are going to kind of shrug and say, oh, that was okay.
Yeah. The best thing that happened last game for Immortals was that they took the mid tower super early.
Yeah.
That allows you to make so many different plays, but this time around it's Empire that takes the mid tower and the bottom tier 2 tower, which completely denies most of your jungle. And the reason for that is it's really hard to ward the entirety of that area, like with one ward. You notice that like you're trying, but it takes 2 wards minimum, which is why people just play on the opposite side. But if you haven't claimed that mid tower yourself, it makes it really hard to play the same way, which is why they focus on placing the 2 wards. Ryoya goes down.
They just double jump with their Blink Daggers.
He did not expect that.
Gyrocopter is suffering right now. Trying to go for Maposhka. Trying to block him out, rather. Nice ties back there. Maposhka is free to be able to control Febby if he wants. Nyx is going to be able to TP out in the meanwhile. Febby, they are forced to use the Fiend's Grip. Maposhka wanted to hold on to it, but kill's a kill. A lot of Atos, huh? Or Underlord? Not Helma Dominator. Mistake, William?
Nah.
Nah.
No. Cool build.
It's the double pit build. You're gonna lead with pit, followed with Rod of Atos, and when Rod expires, pit catches you again.
Can't you do that with Yules as well?
Yeah.
Where's my pension?
Empire. 4 man on top of the shrine. They are looking real scary right now with their double blink daggers. They're going to run into Roya. Actually going for the backline first. Toss up in the air. Gyrocopter is indeed going to get popped. MP makes his entrance into this one, trying to go for Nyx. Should be able to get that kill. They're going to look for more with the snowball into the back lines. Bebby knocking up a couple of heroes. Goes for Yoku, trying to stall him up. He's going to be got by the Burrow Strike, while FN is going to drain the entire damage of this Lifestealer. Bebby trying to get away to his shrine, not going to make it out. Ghostic stays on top of him. Meanwhile, Sanking in some trouble. Bell actually deals a lot of damage. They are going to be able to bring him down. Bello, though, is in deep big trouble, and they're going to be catching him with the black hole. Ghostic felt like it was necessary. MP tried to save his core, but honestly, he just doesn't do any damage. Every single time, this Razor is just going to be able to counter him in these team fights.
Oh, they're going for more here.
And do they have Fiend's Grip? Not yet.
1-0.
But Poshka from the high ground. Go for it, boys.
Zoom. Kill the creeps first.
He does have a big magic wand stack. Is going to go for the TP out, but there was too much minus armor and too much physical damage on this Razor.
Just a little bit too greedy from them.
Yeah.
They're so content to take these fights that they have no way of winning. They just don't have the items right now to straight up take them in these head-on engagements. Like this Lifestealer decided to go, instead of going for the armlet that we almost always see nowadays, he decided to go for S&Y, the Radiance I mean. He goes for armlet S&Y, thinking like, I'm going to take all these fights. But his team is just like ill-equipped to do so at this point.
Yeah.
Because of the speed in which they purchased the Blink daggers on the side of Empire. So much easier for them to fight.
It's also the Underlord, right? It's just not a hero that really enables fights. Got 3 cores that are all ready to go. Tiny, Sanking, or not, he's actually not a core, but Razor. And then this 4-position Sanking. All of their Blink daggers, all of their items ready to go, but Underlord.
This Sanking's pretty much a core.
Yeah, he honestly is. Jump in from Yoku. Gonna stall up this retreat from Immortals. Now Velo does not have the Dark Rift, but at least he breaks the static link. Ishard's gonna be able to keep some of these supports back, but Velo's still gonna be slowed down by the Caustic Valley, and he's dead. Yoku's gonna look for more. Don't think he wants to dive a tier 2, though.
Yoku's 11-minute blink in tandem with Nyx's 11-minute blink just makes this game, it feels impossible to show anywhere on the map. Like, they're even gonna make this play up down at bottom. Nyx gonna go for the stun, Yoku with the follow-up, slam dunk.
Roya has had such a bad game. This poor guy, he felt the pressure early mid. He called all his homies into that mid lane, need help. But then the Blink Daggers came up, and Gyrocopter's such a fragile hero.
Although the kill score is 10 to 15. I don't know what item that Immortals gets next really turns this around.
Yeah.
This Gyrocopter right now is getting a drums, but that's not really a game-breaking item on him.
Yeah. And since we're not going the Radiance build on Lifestealer, nothing's really going to change for him either. S&Y is a moderate buff up in your fighting capabilities, but again, not a game changer. One of the best things about the support Sand King, William, say it with me, lane shove. Oh, feels good, right?
I don't say that word anymore. That's on me. New Blitz.
New Blitz Dota?
Yeah.
What should I say instead?
You just don't even mention it.
Oh, okay.
It's an unimportant concept.
Ah.
Who cares?
Well, he's killing creeps, which results in some sort of action on the map.
Ah, I see.
As a support.
Brilliant.
What that means, viewer, you can deduce for yourself.
Not baiting me.
Got it.
10 to 15, 18 minutes in, 10,000 gold lead for Empire. They're looking a whole lot better than they did in Game 1, which was honestly just bungling affair after another.
I like your use of that word.
Bungling. It's a really oafish word, you know? I like it.
I'm gonna say bungle. Oh, Ghostic.
Ghostic, what is this invis rune? What a timely little pickup. He's gonna be able to stop a TP. Has a black hole if necessary. Okay, get out of the snowball and into the dark rift. Go, 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 go.
Get in there!
Baby, oh no!
They both died?
What? How did they both die? Fellow had so much HP.
In a way, they both left at the same time. Do we know if the dark rift didn't go off?
See you in the afterlife, brother. Oh, well. They'll see each other in 12 seconds anyway. Meanwhile, Empire are going to completely own this map. Mid's pushing in, top's pushing in. There's the last remaining tier 2, which kind of wonder whether or not Immortals are going to feel bold enough to contest this. But again, what item are you waiting for? If you can't fight there, then when are you going to fight?
Genuinely hard for me to say. Empire right now have the better vision. They're playing around the map a bit faster. They have good counter heroes. I'd say if it comes to like the ultra late game, they can reset things a bit, but they've got to drag this game out for a while. They're going to stand. Empire are going to have to make a few costly errors. Like they're just going to have to run in a few times.
Is a great conductor.
You know what that reminded me of? That top play?
What?
It's like when you order an Uber and the guy's just like driving around in circles. And for some reason it says he's like 5 minutes away and then it says he's 7. Most frustrating thing.
Then he cancels on you?
Yeah, then he cancels and he's like, screw this.
That really not seem very similar to that.
Look at this ward, by the way.
Yeah, I see it.
They just don't know that it's there.
But oh, they spot it now. The courier ran over it. But Empire, they've seen you for far too long, and they've actually set up they're going to be able to catch at least Velo. Ice Shard kind of interrupting FN in his chase. Paralyzing Cast going to control the two of them, but it won't control Nyx, who jumps for it. Never mind, here comes that Paralyzing Cast. Black Hole!
Really?
Stop that TP, boy.
Bevy must die.
Has Ghostic done, like, a single black hole that's been on a core? I feel like he just keeps on hitting supports.
That's okay.
Because he doesn't need it?
Yeah. If you're killing... One time Misery told me, he's like, if a game looks lost, you just try to kill the captain to like ruin the flow of the game.
Okay.
And so they keep killing Dubu and Febby, so it's like long-term psychological damage.
Yeah. See, this is why we talk about Dota really being a best-of-3 game. It's that deep analysis into the psychological warfare that is Dota 2.
It's the next game on top of the next game. You're always thinking streets ahead.
Streets ahead.
Oh, MP gonna get opened up on Nyx.
They're gonna combo stun him, sure, but MP is still tanky enough to live through that one. Open wounds is gonna get him a lot, but Mapojka, he's on the way, and he's got a 4-staff with a Fiend's Grip. Control up the Lifestealer, another Burrow Strike just to make sure. Dark Rifted, really? So he Dark Rifted, TP'd in.
Yeah, he was trying. It was
that was the next level play.
Yeah. Velo.
If it worked.
That was good effort.
E for effort.
Yeah,
that's what we rate that.
I don't know what kind of analogy. It would be dark.
What?
I was gonna make another Uber analogy, but it would just be dark because the guy died before you got there. Just let the silence play out. It's all good.
Yeah, that was my plan.
This Enigma's got a Blink Dagger now too. I like it when Enigmas don't immediately rush Blink.
BKB feels more threatening anyway. After all, the only thing that can really stop him is a Walrus Punch to the behind.
It's not very close.
And it's hard for a Tusk to do that without a Blink Tag.
I'm still struggling to see, like, I'm trying to figure out a way right now that Immortals comes back into this game, and the only way that I see it is the game has to go quite some time. To the point where Empire's like run at you lineup eventually fades.
Double jump in. It's so hard to split push if you're Immortals without getting caught. Why we keep on seeing Bebby die in these situations, but at the same time, is buying space, time for more items on these heroes. I'm not sure what I'm leading to.
Somebody's gotta die.
We already kind of talked about there is no big items, but maybe they could just grind in.
Yeah, I think that's what happened right now. You just have to hope that Empire decides never to try to go high ground.
So you're basically saying that as Immortals, your game plan is that Empire do not attempt the whole entire objective of Dota 2, the video.
Technically, yeah, sure.
Dire
They're just
are
going for
scanning.
kills right now. That's not the worst thing in the world for Immortals.
Yeah.
The longer Dota goes, like, people make mistakes. Like, this is a mistake.
It's always opportunities for pickoffs from a Poshka.
Is it though?
Remember the black hole! The dark rip though!
Gotta get Mellow finally!
He's out of there! Retreat! Retreat! Oh no, the Lifestealer died!
Casualties. Acceptable casualties.
Bello and Febby were so close to dying too.
Velo was like 10 health, man.
Yeah, they were both below 100 HP, sure.
You gotta, sometimes somebody's gotta tank it for the homies.
Uh-huh.
And unfortunately, that was MP. Not everyone's getting out of there.
At least they killed the Bane.
Yeah. I mean, like, the longer the game goes, the more prone people are to making mistakes. And now they don't have Black Hole or BKB on Enigma. So maybe this is a play for you. MP revives, you go for a smoke and try to pick off a core.
Do you think that's true? They're more prone to mistakes the later the game goes, or is it just the consequences of those mistakes are more dire?
It's like a dual opportunity.
Okay.
It works in both ways. Like, yeah, the bigger your goal lead, the more disastrous the mistakes will be when you do make them. But at the same time, like, people get lulled into these rhythms in Dota, where eventually you'll make, like, errors. If they could get a core kill right now, that'd be perfect. But it feels like Immortals is not willing to do that. They're not certain where the wards are. Didn't have a smoke. I actually can't see this laptop. Oh, they do have a smoke. Alright, so Febby has.
Febby's ready to go.
Radiant's bottom tower.
What do they
is under
smoke
attack.
to? They don't really have a strong initiation point.
No,
That's
they
the problem.
don't.
They don't have a blink stun.
They don't have a Sand King of their own.
Got it.
And it's funny. In game one, Sand King was the far inferior initiation. Now he's actually the best one in the game. Lacking the Void, Immortals not sure what to do here besides split push and teleport out whenever they're challenged. Looks like Febby's going to be caught here inside the Roshan pit, which is up and Empire haven't taken it.
Their team does not do road.
I got it. There was
That hurt.
loud crackling.
Do you hear that too? What was that?
That was a court.
Ah, that hurt. It's all good though. Nobody noticed.
MP still has just an SNY. It's got 1,800 gold. What in the world does he build next?
I don't know.
Dude, Roya's trying to get like a 35-minute SNY. It's
That's a Chinese build. Drums in a BKB. We're gonna fight.
yeah.
Radiant are scanning.
Because I don't know what
the hell?
one item puts MP back into this game.
That is true.
Maybe Nullifier or something?
Stop the BKB from of Enigma and then blow him up.
Yeah, that could potentially play. Because everything else seems so underwhelming. Did AC really change anything on your...
They caught the Gyrocopter, and he's going to die to the Tiny combination pretty easily. The Paralyzing Cast going to do some decent work, and the Maledict on Nyx, but the Lifestealer is not going to go for that one. Yoku tries to catch some extra heroes here, completely whizzed on the Burrow Strike.
Empire just continue to go for kills. They have built a 20k advantage. Oh, they know that they're less one hero.
Yeah, they
should go.
stop TP. They're just going to go for it here, see if they can actually take a 4 versus 4. Here comes the epicenter though from Yoku, but MP, he's already popped the range, but now the Black Hole comes in, grabbing all 3 heroes. The Lifestealer, he may survive through this, and he's going to try and get the kill on Nyx. Nightmare actually buys him a little bit of time. Nyx turn, fighting against MP, and MP will drop before he can pick up that kill. The Maledict, not nearly going to be enough. Tiny survives. Immortals tried to push out, tried to take a 4 versus 4 without their Gyrocopter and without the Razor, but it ends in disaster, as you would expect. With a 22,000 gold lead, Empire are close to being able to close out this game 2, give us a game 3. The first game 3.
What a nice showcase for Ghostix Black Holes.
Yeah.
Back-to-back 3-mans. Can't really ask for much more than that, as the Gyrocopter going to lay down the call down, but he is not really in a position to force them back, as Nyx is quite low. They're pinging for him. The rocket's going to go.
Damage on him with the homing missile, trying to chase after him. There is going to be a force staff to be able to save him. Flat cannon shots to the back line as well. Going from Maposhka. Snowball up to the high ground. Didn't grab the Gyrocopter though, so Febi's by himself. And a Nightmare is all it takes to be able to disengage. Maposhka should be able to get out, as well as the rest of Empire. Well, maybe not. To the trees! Hide! That does not reveal non-invis heroes. I'm sorry, Febi. Thus will not do you any good. Bane TP's out successfully, and Empire clean escape after taking the mid lane of Rax. At least melee Rax, anyway.
Still haven't gone for a Roshan or anything like that. They're still so confident about how far ahead they are. And they would be correct in that assumption. The major item pickup on Immortals.
Febi.
Oh.
You've been here before, but he's wisened up a little bit faster on that Blink Dagger. Trigger Finger gets away.
Yule Scepter completed on Yoku. Another item for him to play around with, as he feels quite invincible.
Yeah, he can just dive in all he wants. Yule Scepter always ready to disengage if necessary. Snowball picks up the Lifestealer. That's a great little play. Isn't enough to be able to save MP. Well, the Ice Shard makes it a little bit better. Operation Save MP is in full go. Velo even popping the Dark Rift to make sure they get their carry out alive. Empire did claim the life of Febi, as well as popped a BKB, so...
Imagine Roshan has to be on your agenda at some point.
Yeah.
It can't just be to continue
Immortals
to kill
immediately
these guys.
smoke push out, but not together? What is this?
I mean, Velo's kind of smoked. The Glimmer Cape.
No, his smoke actually popped, I think, on the Sand King. That was so weird.
Okay, that was the smoke.
Now you have an Octarine Core on the Enigma. And that's the problem, essentially, right? Is that every small little item that Immortals gets, that doesn't really change a whole lot. Empire getting big, late-game, game-changing items.
I don't know if he needed the Octarine Core to be able to win this game, but...
Yeah. Just make it that much easier.
Top shrine has fallen.
Now, they're grouping up again. They've got Black Hole up. He's level 20.
Bello. There, Black Hole with a BKB. That's all three. Bello's not going to be able to get the Dark Rift out of him. In fact, it's on cooldown. Toss over onto Bello. They're going to be able to take them both over. Nice little play from our Tiny and MP. The only one outside of that Black Hole who could do anything. Tried to challenge some heroes and immediately got all of his damage zapped away by the Razor. Immortals going to throw their buybacks out. Maybe even forced to use a Lifestealer buyback as well, but not sure how these fights change. No Black Hole, yes, but it's still a Razor who's gigantic. They're going to try and catch some heroes. Nice Ice Shards with the Firestorm, but Force Staffs are getting him over the edge now. Febi is the one who's overextended. FN trying to go for Chible? No, he's just going to play it out. Steals a little damage from MP and focuses on the kill on Febi.
And buybacks were committed. Immortals trying to make this hold. There's no Black Hole on the side of Empire, so this might prompt them into thinking they can win the fight. They're going to start opening up on the FN.
Again, the Force Staffs always saving them from these Firestorm plays.
Might just repel them, though, from taking Rax for the time being.
Yeah, they're a little bit low.
No, they're just going to go right back in. They feel quite confident. The range Rax is low. They are going to bring it down. The melee Rax shortly to follow. And that is going to leave Immortals with one set left into this game.
Razor caught again, but he does have the BKB.
And they are rushing forward. I'm not sure towards what, though.
To their doom. It's Dota. Alright, just drop an item on your way. Sure. Now he's trying to figure it out. He's like, wait, how do I get all the items in my inventory? Alright, we're good.
He figured it out.
Solved the puzzle in the end.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom shrine has fallen.
What is the miracle play for Immortal?
Empire would have to whiff the hole. Wait, is that 100%?
That is 100%.
The game just thinks it's over.
Yeah.
Oh,
And they're probably right here. Another 3-man black hole with a toss hit from Nyx as well. Gyrocopter is fighting and standing alone. They call it GG. Well, you pretty much knew what was going to happen for about 30 minutes of this 33-minute game.
Yeah, still, well done by Empire. Nice bounce back game.
Very clean. They just kept on fighting without Roshan and never